I'm a money making, meditating, marathon minded, musically inclined human
Shit,
being.
welcome back to episode 12, Buddz podcast. I'm Raul.
Cody.
And we got fucking Zach Melton behind the camera.
Behind the camera.
Shit,
Easy Z, baby.
Yeah.
Shouts
Welcome
out.
back. Fuck yeah. Been
A week?
a week.
It's been a week. We
Feels-
staying consistent. I
Trying,
like that.
Yeah, definitely trying our best for that. Consistency builds results in the long run.
Facts. Yeah, it's also a great way to just get better.
Yeah.
Repetition.
Reps, gym, everywhere.
Gym, writing, speaking, doing your podcast, recording your podcast. That's a skill in itself that we've learned.
Yeah. Talking about reps, how do you overcome the challenge when you get stuck within yourself trying to tell yourself you need to put in more reps or do something, but you're just kind of like, don't want to do it.
Do you have something like specific you're thinking? Because I feel like I have like different methods for different.
There's
like,
different
things.
methods,
like physically or mentally. Like
just mentally.
A workout.
Mentally, it's because it starts mentally. So mentally, like, how do you get yourself to like get going? Like knowing you have to do something, and just like holding yourself accountable and holding that discipline within yourself to be like, all right, I got to do this because it's something that's gonna benefit me in the long run. And I know it is. But if you put it off, it just makes you feel fucking some type of way. And we all do that, I feel.
Yeah, no doubt.
But what's like your way of like overcoming that struggle?
Well, I always have a goal. So first I have to develop a goal and I have to develop a vision for where I want to be. And so that is essentially what allows me to then create the actions that I need to get done. Essentially what you're saying, like what would be difficult to get myself going to do. And so, like, sometimes if I'm just feeling unmotivated, I try to remember that, like, one day that I am going to die and that I'm going to get older and that, like, just observing the world around me, I see people get older and have less energy and stuff to do the things that they could do when they were younger. And so, like, that has been a big motivating force for me recently is just, like, just realizing my mortality, essentially, the fact that I'm going to be here for only a certain amount of time. And that like time is always ticking. And so like, then it's like, well, if I spend my time doing nothing, that's going to result in nothing essentially. And so then I think like, I guess I draw from like my physical background with like basketball and exercise. I know that if I stay consistent with exercise that over like 4 weeks, the stuff that I started with at the beginning will then be easier at that time, so I won't feel as out of shape, essentially, in other words.
How do you get over the monotonous activities, though? Because everything at some point is going to become monotonous, and you just be like, man, this is boring. I don't want to fucking do it anymore. But in the back of your mind, like, you got to do it just because, like you said, it's going to build up with that consistency. Like, how do you get over, like, that monotonous feeling?
Like I said, I try to remember that repetition.
Like when the vision gets blurry, like, because
Right.
sometimes, like, I feel like the vision ends up getting blurry and we lose sight of what we truly want for what we want and what we feel in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we decide and we dictate what to do with our actions in the moment because we lose sight of that. So like when it gets like super monotonous and you're just trying to change up your goal and your end vision because you don't want to do this certain activity that you need to do now to get to your original goal. Like, how do you overcome like that struggle?
Well, recently,
If you have a way to overcome it, if you don't,
No, I mean, I definitely do because I do find myself in ruts sometimes. And I guess the first step of recognizing that is realizing like, dude, I'm in a mental rut right now, like where I don't feel like doing the things that I first set out to do. And I'm like, and if like the longer you put that off, so then I was about to say, like, I try to dig in deep sometimes. Sometimes I just try to like maybe go run more intensely than I would have ran. Like is one thing that I try to do because I'm like, yo, like screw this like mentality where I don't want to do this. I'm going to do it harder than I thought I was going to do. Yeah. Or like, so I just like dig in and start doing that thing that I've been putting off. And then I guess that's another thing is like, what are you putting off? Like, again, recognizing you're in this rut. Like, what are the things you're putting off? And so I try to ask myself that. What is making you feel like you don't want to do it? And I don't know, like, I guess you said like clear vision, like, I guess, yeah, just coming back to remembering I'm going to die. And if I don't do it, the time just passes.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things recently for me is the time just passes. You can let a whole week go by and do nothing.
Yeah.
And you didn't get any closer to anything, whether that's your fitness goals or your career goals or anything like that. Like, and I don't want that to happen for myself. So I'm like, it's like put up or shut up. Like,
Yeah.
you can't. I don't want to complain about it or feel regret.
Right.
I don't like the feeling of regret, and I've dealt with that a lot, essentially.
And then like this obviously like is relatable in not like different aspects of life, like from, you know, fitness, gym style, like whatever you want to do there, or just like life goals in general and stuff like that. But I feel like a gym one, like that motivation to go to the gym, like it fucking dies for everyone. Like motivation in general, I feel it dies.
Yeah.
But it's just like that end goal that you need to like specify to like, you know, get you through the monotonous stages. And like I feel like the gym is something that is like big for everybody. Like, oh, I don't have energy, I don't have time, kind of thing. And then you just kind of put yourself in that situation where you're consistently giving yourself excuses not to do that little thing. Go on a jog for 30 minutes is like daily. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
you're getting your heart rate up.
I mean, go jog 8 minutes down the road and walk back.
Yeah, kind
Like-
of thing. And
like,
it's just
it
like
doesn't
putting
have
off
to
the
be
little
a
things
big-
that we think are kind of monotonous and annoying just to get to, you know, our, you know, summer bod. People fucking talk about it, fucking losing weight, gaining weight, whatever it is you need to do, you know. There's certain things that you got to imply and apply to your fucking lifestyle to get there. But I feel like a lot of it's monotonous and it's just fucking tedious. And
Yeah.
like we're just like, that doesn't really matter. It's not a big fucking part of the equation.
Right. No,
But it probably is the biggest part of the equation.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking in terms of the monotony, I try to attach the feeling of whatever I accomplish. That was something I learned with like exercise is like a lot of people like attach the feeling of like pain and stuff like that, like going to the gym, like, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be a fucking hustle the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hurting and shit afterwards. I'm going to be sore. But like I recognize that like I feel good after workouts. I feel good that I accomplished them. So when I think about when my brain is like you said, the struggle of doing it, I don't want to do this. I just try to go. I guess I've attached the good feeling to that. So then like I've been doing that recently with just like almost anything. Like if I got to do it, like I'm going to be happy that I did it.
Yeah.
More than
Kind of just like an extra pull, kind of for you
just
to
like,
do it.
Just like I always feel good when I do
Like,
this.
you know, you're going to feel good at the end.
Yeah, I always feel good when I do this. Even
Yeah.
if I don't feel good about doing it right now and don't want to, I should probably start this because I always feel good.
Right.
That's what I connect to, essentially. Right. What do you do when you don't want to go to the gym or feel like calling out of work or something like that? Or get just in the rut of work and it's just like, dude, like this is the same thing as yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, there's different feelings to that because I feel like there's certain points when you know you do need a fucking break mentally. Like you got to be okay with taking a day off if you need to take a day off, kind of thing. Yep. You got to be able to address that and know when that feeling is an actual feeling of you needing to take that off instead of like your mind telling you like, hey, take it easy today, you need to chill out, kind of thing. You need to be able to differentiate that feeling. Yep. And I feel like sometimes I struggle with that, but at the same time I know I do hold myself accountable and I hold myself to these standards where I feel like I need to do a lot, and when I don't complete all my tasks for the day and stuff like that, like I do feel like I didn't do enough for the day. And I I've been working on like not putting myself down and making myself feel bad because of it, because I still know at the end of the day that I did a lot of shit during the day. And there's like days where you got to be able to differentiate that feeling. But I think for the most part, like, I don't know, like it's hard for me.
Difference between rest and
just to know when I need to rest and when I don't. But I am
when you're
doing
feeling
this,
lackadaisical, essentially. Like when you don't necessarily need rest, but you're like just not wanting to. The feeling of not wanting to.
Yeah, and it's just that self feeling of like putting myself down. Like, yo, you know you could have done this because you've done this in the past, and I know, and like in my mind, like I know I can do this. Like at certain amount of things throughout the day before like noon, kind of thing. Like I know I can get these things done, and when I don't do them, I'm like, fuck, I don't feel accomplished at all. Yeah. Or if I take more like all my day to fucking do the things that I can do before noon, I'm just like, am I wasting time? Like, what am I doing? But I also got to know that it's just like I am working 2 jobs and I am doing other shit. So it's just like, that's like me fucking trying to figure out like, all right, you don't have to put yourself down and shit if you didn't do something,
right? Because
like you're still doing a lot.
Right.
But I'm at a point because I'm doing 75 hard again where I still have to do everything that I need to do or else I fail and restart kind of thing. But that is just something I've gotten used to, you know, like, and it's like almost become a routine to where I have to get shit done by like 11 a.m. And when I don't get it done by 11 a.m., I'm like, fuck, I'm kind of fucked my day. But it doesn't even really do much to my day other than extend it through the night because I got to do shit at night.
Right. So what do you like? What do you think prevents you from getting it done by 11?
Being comfortable.
Yeah. Just like what?
Being comfortable because I don't have to work at fucking 7:30 anymore. Like my day usually starts at 10:30, like working wise.
Right.
But I've actually been waking up a lot earlier than I ever did when I was working my 7:30 a.m. job, because I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to get my workout done by 6, so that way I can work out again by 9.
Right.
And get to work by 10:30.
Uh-huh.
So that's where I can do like both my workouts, my reading, and then just follow through with my diet throughout the whole day.
Right.
So if I decide to sleep in and not get my both my workouts in before 10:30 10:30, then I have to do another workout at 10 at night, and then I'm just like, there's no reason for me to do that. Like,
right.
And I've done it to myself, like on purpose. Like, let me do this, and then I'll do another workout later just to see how I feel and test myself.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, there's been a couple times where I did that shit, and I felt a lot better. Like, it was kind of weird.
Right.
But it doesn't always feel like that.
Right. I was gonna say, like, what do you think makes you so comfortable in terms of like when you clearly know. Because it's kind of what we're talking about. Like, you kind of know that, like, in the long run, if you were to accomplish it at the time you wanted to accomplish it, you were going to feel better. But, like, what is the thing that, like, that you struggle with, like, personally, when it comes to, like you said, sleeping in?
Yeah.
Just, like, I guess, like, obviously it's comfortability, but, like, is there, like, something that's just kind of, like, you're just, like, I don't want to do it? Like, is there some...
It's honestly, a lot of it lately has been me testing my abilities, honestly. Just because, like, when I first did the first couple times I did 75 hard, I was more so thinking of, like, the end goal and, like, oh, I can't wait till I get done with these 75 days so I can eat pizza, drink a beer, and do this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking third time, fourth time now, I'm like, all right, I got to focus on every day and doing my best every day that I can every day. Fuck the next 55 days that I still got left. Like, I need to focus on today.
Yep.
And what can I do to be better? So when I don't get my shit done by the time that I know I can get it done, which is 11 a.m., and I extend it through the whole day, and I look back at yesterday and I know I did it by 11, I'm like, I'm not better than I was yesterday. I kind of fucked up a little bit.
Right.
So a lot of it's been me testing myself. Like, what can I do
on holding
throughout the
yourself
day?
to a new standard.
Yeah. But I've also, like I said, been testing myself to see if, like, all right, do I feel better when I do one workout in the morning, one late at night? Or do I feel better when I get up, go on a run, and do both workouts by 11? A lot of the times I come to realize I feel a lot better when I wake up and go on a jog, come take an hour nap, read, and then go to my other workout and then go work. I feel a lot better. Like, by the time 10:30 hits, it feels like it's 4 p.m. Like, by the amount of shit that I feel like I did.
Right.
But I don't know. It's just testing myself. Like, and like I said, I just try to be better every day. And when I don't get my shit done by noon, I'm like, okay, I was better yesterday. I kind of fucked myself today.
Right.
So.
I was gonna say, so, like, what do you think stops you from getting it done by noon?
Oh, well, like I said, lately it's just been me testing my ability. What do I feel?
So
more
you
comfortable
purposely
doing?
don't do it by noon.
A couple times lately, yeah. But
Was there a time you accidentally were you just
so
like
the first 10, 15 days?
Why did I not do that?
The first 15 days or so, I was like, I have to get it done by noon. So just because, like, personally,
and you were hitting it.
Yeah, and I was hitting it.
Right.
But I also started getting, like, more like fatigue, like,
right,
later in the week. And then like I said, I started playing around with my abilities, and then I was like, one workout now, one in the morning, one late at night. And I started to realize that if I apply that to my weekly routine, like 2 times a week where I do that, I'm less tired, it feels like.
Right.
So that's just me testing the abilities. But sometimes when I do apply that more than twice a week than what I told myself to do, just because I'd rather sleep in. But I do know I got to get it done either way, so I still do. But it's just like I said, it's just me testing my abilities, but I know I got to do it.
Word.
And like I said, I'm not even looking at the end of the fucking 75 days. I'm just looking at, like, today. Like, what can I do better today than I did yesterday?
Yeah.
Some days I don't win, I feel, because I feel like I did it with less intention than I did yesterday.
Right. Yeah, and I was about to say, I think
and that's just, like, personal
I think
shit.
that's one thing you could clearly touch on what you just said, like, extract from that, is that, like, with intent and with commitment to yourself and, like, a standard that you set to yourself is, like, a way to get yourself to follow through with things. Like, you're like, I know I have to have this done.
Yeah.
And those are the days that I got it done. Whether or not I was fatigued later in the week or not, when you set that bar for yourself and were very committed to that bar, is, like, what you hit. And I think that's important to do, is, like, really don't deviate from something that you say you're going to do until you're ready to deviate from it. And like you said, like, once I realized I was getting fatigued from being so committed to that, I decided to deviate from it and try
Yeah.
a couple different things, but I was still getting the amount of stuff done and holding myself this.
And then like I did kind of commit to myself to running every day at these 75 days. And I did the math, you know, if I run average, what I've been running every day is, you know, 3 miles. If I look at it at 75 days, you know, like that's a fuck ton of running. So I like try, because that is kind of like a big number. So you're just like, all right, well, fuck. Every day I got to run. Like whatever it is, I'm going to run.
Yep.
But I'm going to try to run more than what I did yesterday. So some days I will fucking walk for 20, run for fucking the other 25 kind of thing. But if I do that, like one day, the next day, I got to hold myself accountable to running more than I did the day before. And that shit's hard. Like there's been days where I've gone out in the morning and I literally feel like crying.
Yeah.
Like
no.
it gets hard, dude. Like, and it's just like you're not really doing it for anybody other than yourself.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're
And
saying.
I didn't experience this in my last trials because
Right.
I wasn't pushing myself to my potential.
Yeah.
What I know I can
pushing
do.
to that hurt.
Yeah. And now I'm doing it because I know I can do more. And like doing that and experiencing that, I'm like, fuck, dude. Why the fuck am I doing this?
Yeah,
sometimes?
once you push past the hurt, like one time, it kind of just like opens your mind up to a little bit like, oh, like I was giving up right there.
Yeah.
And now I'm not. And now how much further can I go? And like you get to another point of that and you get through that. And then you're like, I just recently realized that with like going back to the boxing gym and exercising in that more intense manner. Because I've been running and I've been doing.
You make yourself uncomfortable.
Yeah, I've been
That's
doing
really the
push-ups and I've been doing pull-ups and I've been pushing myself in those ways. But then I would start going back down there and I realized I just get to this sometimes threshold of like I don't want to keep going, but then I'm like just keep going. Like I always remember step by step. That's one thing that when I'm in that like, oh, I don't want to keep going, just take another step and throw another punch and
like
by the end of it you accomplish the whole thing essentially.
Yeah, and it was hard as fuck, but then you're like, God damn, I'm proud of myself.
And you
for
feel like
fucking
crying
doing that
and shit. You're just like, fuck, this is so hard.
Yeah, and like for myself, like I know the 75 hard is like kind of off topic, but it really fucking ties into this. Like I have willingly like committed to be a better version of myself every day, and at the end of this like program kind of thing. So it's like if I want that to work, I have to do shit with intention every day. And like challenge myself, or I'm not gonna get to that goal that I've kind of committed myself to attaining.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I thought about, like when I was saying at the beginning of the episode, when I was thinking about just like my mortality and like stuff like that. Like that's the intention. I'm like, I want to live life fully, which means taking action in life, because I think life is a verb. It's something that you have to do. And so like when I find myself in the rut of like not doing and trying to become a better person, because that's also one of my big goals in life, is like, if I'm doing anything, I want to get better as me. Like, even if that's not necessarily for my career and money or putting myself out there into the world, like it could be quietly in my home that I tell nobody about. I just want to get better as me, essentially.
Yeah.
And so I hold on to that during that moment of like shittiness, like the suck, like this, to push me through it, essentially.
Yeah, it's kind of like your why.
The end goal. Yeah. The why and the end goal. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like another thing that I've like realized lately and like learned, and I kind of sit back and analyze when I learn something like this, is just like we as humans are like obligated for success kind of thing. Like whatever you do in your life, like whatever success is, like whatever is your definition for success, like you're obligated to get and attain success, And so it's like that for me personally, that means like doing something better than what you did yesterday to become better and do better, and like setting higher goals for yourself, and holding yourself accountable to reach those goals. And that's how I feel like I've been like holding myself accountable, trying to hold myself accountable lately, because it's like I fucking put this shit into my ears and then I just sit there and think about it. And for me to not even attempt to apply it to my life, like why am I even listening to it, kind of thing,
Right.
And that's shit that like makes sense in my head. Is just like you should try to be better than who you were yesterday. You should try to be a better person to those around you every day, whether it's your family, coworkers, whatever it is. You should try to be, be remembered in a good way, kind of thing.
No.
And like I feel like everybody is obligated for success, is what I've learned, and like it's up to us to determine what success is for ourselves and then attain it.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking like it's like just it's growing. It's like trees grow up.
Yeah, and success is not just all money.
And so like yeah, no, exactly.
Like
yeah.
Everybody, when people think of success, everybody probably just thinks like rich, wealth, health, kind of shit like that. And it's like that's not it at all. It's part of it, but it's not it.
It's subjective, personal accomplishments, things that matter to you most. And that's why I say you got to do things, because like there's probably some things that you want to do in your life that you're not doing if you're feeling like down anyways. I know that doing this stuff gives me energy, like getting out there and doing it more. But sometimes it can be scary. Like sometimes it means investing and going without, or sometimes it means hurting, like doing the exercise. But if you want that thing, you got to do it.
Yeah. You're investing in yourself, really. Anything.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've like learned is like, I think it was David Meltzer. Don't even think of sacrificing things for your goals.
Yep.
Think of it as investing in yourself for
Yeah.
your goals and your long-term fucking desires, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it does fucking make you think about it shit differently, because you're not sacrificing anything. You will fucking attain that thing that you're sacrificing. You're just investing in your time and yourself in the moment to get to where you want, kind of thing. And I'm not where I want to be, not even close at all. I am in a position where I've fucking thought about in the past, and it's just kind of one of those things. It's like the situation you're in today is something you prayed for yesterday, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everything that I'm doing right now and what I'm experiencing in my life is something that I wanted in my life a long time ago. And it's like a bunch of different opportunities within the opportunity I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of crazy. And like, that's what makes me want to learn and grow more. And that's why I'm like curious. That's another shit that I've like learned from Gary Vee. Be curious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you stop being curious, and you basically stop living, is what he says, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh shit. But that's just like my drive and my like will to fucking attain my goals. And when shit gets hard, like, I know it's hard. Everybody's life is hard, but it's just like how you learn, what lessons you take from it is what you're gonna kind of push yourself towards to. And I know that everything I've ever felt in my life in the past, I don't ever want to feel again, not even close. Whether it's fucking having limited food in the fridge, have limited finances to pay bills and shit like that. That's little shit to me, like now. And it's just like, I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy. Like, I can't fucking quit my job and go fucking live my life and shit like that. I can't do any of that shit. That is something I want someday in my fucking life.
Yeah.
But if I give up on that goal and dream because I don't want to do the monotonous today, then it's just like, why even dream that big?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'll say it's even admirable just in general, just that you are going to work and getting all that shit handled for yourself, because I think that, like you said, like, you're not where you're at, but like you are living out the prayers that you had one day. And I think that like that is another part of getting yourself to take action, is recognizing the gratitude, like recognizing the things that you do have in this life, and not necessarily like always just being like, damn, like the mountain is so big, like, and just keep climbing. Because like being happy that you're alive today, like you said, like having the opportunities that you have today to make advancements in general is like really important to remember. Because like you said, you can get really hard on yourself, like, and it's like, fuck, I'm not doing nothing. But it's like, if you're doing something, that's pretty like cool. Like we're alive and we're living, and like everybody is in different places and spots. So I think it then comes down to like, how do you view yourself in your situation? Like, and if you can find a way to view like it a little bit better, like it helps you to take more action moving forward. Just feeling like, I don't know, there's a quote that Jordan Peterson says, and he says, there's something that you could do, that you would do today to make your situation better, but it's not an admirable enough step for you. Essentially, like, you don't think it's big enough. You don't think you're going to gain enough from it, but there's something you could do.
Yeah, that's where you got to
Even
be
if it's the
curious. That's where you got to be curious.
Yeah.
Like,
And be willing to do the smallest little thing to get yourself rolling. Even like, because everybody wants it now.
Yeah, we all
that's
do.
what I think.
I do.
Everybody wants it now.
I do. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you
it's
know?
like you try to build that mixture of like, damn, today's a good day that I'm alive and I got the things I got.
Yeah. And
despite
then, like,
that I want so much.
Yeah, and then like going back to what you just said, how the fucking mountain looks so fucking big and unable to climb. Like, yeah, that mountain might look fucking scary and be like, oh shit, I may not ever get to the top. But if you take, steps to like, they're gonna get you fucking rolling and going, and then you start surrounding yourself with people who are able to pull you up instead of just people to like look at you on their way up, then that shit is fucking game changer. Like it fucking instills like so much different kind of like different confidence in you, and just like belief in yourself that you can attain different shit, just because like you start surrounding yourself with people who actually want to pull you up and either like wouldn't mind to see you above them, kind of thing. It's just like, damn.
Right.
And it's just like that is something I've never been able to experience until like now, and I'm experiencing that kind of like that leadership skills that is just like way fucking the only shit that I've ever read about kind of thing. And I fucking am experiencing it, and I see it shit, and I'm like, some people are more entitled to like having you learn and apply skills because it's going to benefit them also, but they want to see you kind of win too. It's just kind of like, damn, I've never experienced it, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, surround yourself with motivated individuals is definitely another way to keep yourself consistent, because you're gonna see them being consistent and you're like, shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely agree with that. I try to keep close friends with people like you and our cameraman EZZ and just other close friends that I have that, I mean, and I just like honestly being inspired by that's what happens to me. It's like whether they're actually helping me and pulling me up, like actually giving me advice or something like that, or I'm just looking at their drive and their ethic is like, man, look at you go. Like being admired by somebody else's will to go get it is something that I also hold on to. It's like, shit.
Yeah, and like
look at them go.
And I feel like the people you surround yourself with are like people you should see yourself like having just enough as what they do, if like that's what you desire or more. And like those people themselves should fucking see the same shit, whether like they can see you and help you fucking attain the same shit that they have, or help you and give you the tools to fucking get more than what they have, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I feel like until you come across like certain individuals that are willing to like even give you advice, input, fucking on anything that you want, whether it's like friends on like music, on our podcast, on clothing styles, on anything, then it's like you shouldn't really listen to anybody. Mm-hmm. Like, because a lot of people don't want to see other people succeed, and that's just the shitty, like, I feel like it shouldn't be, but that's the way it is, kind of thing.
No, you definitely.
And I don't deal with anybody who fucking has ever talked to me to like not fucking pursue what I'm trying to pursue. Like, yeah. I don't talk to very many people. I talk to the people who are like around me, and that's probably like 10, 12 people. Yeah. And that's the only people that I ever get, any feedback from. And so I don't even have any negative feedback ever. I'm sure there is somewhere, but it's not near me.
Yeah, no, I tend to even think like any negative feedback I ever really hear is just other people just talking about the difficulties of it in general, or maybe talking, like making a joke about a really fit person when I'm like trying to be really fit. Yeah. I'm like, okay, but then I just think like that's.
And I feel like that's another reason for like my confidence and belief in everything that I do, is because I don't have any negativity around me at all.
Yeah. No. It's like, surround yourself with good people is certainly good, and people.
So that is definitely makes it easier on like setting your goals and doing what you got to do to fucking be better, because the people around you are trying to be better too. Mm-hmm. But
misery loves company.
Yeah, and fucking.
That's one thing. Like if you're fucking reveling in how life sucks, be careful that like you're not hanging around with a bunch of other people who also. That's my personal advice. People like to hurt people. Yeah, like as Zach says, hurt people like to hurt people, and I also just think that. I mean, honestly, just the victimhood. Like a lot of people would like to agree with another person's victimhood. Like, yeah, man, like some people just. They just got it and others don't, type of thing.
Everybody likes to point fingers.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And I think I just like to try to be around people who are like, dang, look at all those people who are getting it, man. Like, we could get it too. Like, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Like, whether you're getting it or not, I'm getting it. That's who I like to hang out with, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's how I like to feel like I'm getting it, whether you are or not. I'm trying my best out here.
I'm going to try to get it.
Yeah.
Try my best. I'm trying. Fucking work my odds for sure.
And getting it may be whatever that may be.
Whatever that may be. Whatever it is that you got to go get.
Good food. Getting a good stretch in.
If it is you getting up and making yourself a fucking fresh plate of food, then go get it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But that's a good episode, though.
Yeah.
Episode 12.
Episode 12, baby.
That was a good talk. Rolling. Yeah. Fucking
Shoot.
Hope we gave any fucking good information for anybody.
Yeah,
fucking A, dude. Like, this is just self-experience. Like,
yep.
Like a lot of this just kind of rolled out.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say, myself personally, I think we've talked about this before, like our biggest goal, we're just trying to help people. We're just trying to share like what we go through, and maybe you could take 1-2 bits of pieces of information and apply it to your life. And if you do, leave a comment. Yeah. Like, hit us with a subscribe. Hit us with a like.
I fucking am not personally the most motivated fucking person every day either. Like, there's days where I don't feel like doing like shit at all.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at all. Like, goddamn. And not everybody's like that. Like, I mean, everybody has that feeling. But I don't always fucking wake up with like, whoop-de-doo. Let's fucking get it rolling. Like, goddamn, that should be the energy, but it's not.
Yeah.
It is what I'm thinking, but it's not the energy I'm putting out.
No, certainly.
But it's like, I struggle every fucking day. And some days are easier, some days are harder, some days are just fucking smooth like butter.
Yep.
But some days you just gotta go get through it and roll with the punches and fucking do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I just hope that we can help the people who are going through those tough days to take a little excerpts or philosophies and get through that tough day, because like that's the essence of it, is like remaining consistent in your pursuit even on the tough days.
Yeah, and like I said, we're not fucking there. We're not where we want to be. We don't know everything. We're just fucking sharing our personal experiences, hoping you guys learn and us learn, and we just want to help people. And
Yeah.
this shit's going to be referenceable fucking 10, 20, 30 years from now. You know, whether it's fucking we blow up with fucking Joe Rogan shit, fuck it.
Yep.
Whether it's just fucking knowledgeable information that people can reference to,
Yep.
we're helping someone.
Yeah, I just want to hopefully share applicable information because, like you said, I go through rough days. I've been through very dark parts of my life, and it was just all freaking the way I was thinking about it and the actions that I was taking, and usually people I was hanging around, stuff like that. So it's all been applicable to me, and so I just hope, like, if it worked for me, maybe it'll work for you, kind of thing. And like you said, like, not where I want to be, but also very much further than I was, and very grateful for today. So
Yep. And just fucking thanks to anybody who watches, shares, fucking
100%.
Just thank you to everybody.
We
Honestly, and
definitely
if we fucking
do it
help,
for y'all.
subscribe, like, fuck whatever it is, do it. Help us out.
Yeah,
if we're helping
it
you,
certainly
but-
helps us a lot if you do the liking and subscribing and stuff like that. That's
Well, we appreciate it. You know, fucking stay high, stay motivated, stay happy, and let's fucking get it.
I'm a money making, meditating, marathon minded, musically inclined human being. I'm a great soul with a great flow, a creature you have never